Hello guys, welcome back to another session. In this session, we are going to focus on the topic bills of exchange. In this bills of exchange, the first simple related concept, this I already covered in the same exam oriented batch. In this, we have seen flow of transaction, correct? On this, I speak about sales transaction flow and I speak about how the purchase transaction will flow. On this part, we have seen about the bills receivable journal entries. The same is applicable here. The parts which has not covered there, I will cover it here. Okay, that is first thing is your concept number 1 is retirement of bill. Can anybody know what is retirement of the bill? Write along with me. Those who are watching these classes in the YouTube also, you can write along with me. First one, when drawee honors the bill before the due date is known as retirement of the bill. Okay. Next, for that purpose, drawee gets rebate. Rebate means yearly discount for making yearly payment. For making yearly payment. This rebate value, how you are going to calculate, that's the important point here. You will calculate bill value into rate of interest percentage multiplied by yearly payment period. Yearly, how many months or how many days is making an yearly payment before the due date, divided by 12 months you can put, or you can put 365 if the calculation is in number of days. If it is in month, you can put it in month. This yearly payment, how you calculate, is nothing but date of honor to due date. When he is paying the bill, till you need to calculate till the due date. Okay. Here, important point here is, here do not consider the grace days. Grace days should not be considered in due date. This is an important point which you need to remember. Fourth step is passing journal entry. For passing the journal entry, I will give it in 2 persons books. In bills of exchange, we will simply call them as drawer, drawee. In the same case, here we will call them in the books of drawer. Okay, in the books of drawer. From a drawer's point of view, he is getting yearly payment. He is giving some discount. He is giving some discount. He is getting some money. My money comes to my bank account. My bank account will increase. My asset value will increase. So I will debit my bank account. Then I am providing some discount to my drawee for the yearly payment. That discounting charges is a loss for me. So that discounting charges, I am going to debit it. Okay. Once it has been done, my bills receivable will get cancelled. At the time of passing the bills receivable, I will pass the entry bills receivable to debtors. Now it will become bills receivable will get cancelled. So I will write down bills receivable account. That's an entry. If it is in case of retirement of the bill. Suppose they are asked us to prepare in the books of drawee. Asking to prepare in the books of drawee, you will prepare my bills payable will get cancelled. So it will be bills payable account will get debited. Previously it is credited. Now we are going to cancel it off. And from the point of view of drawee, he is getting discount. That discount is an income, one way of gain for him. So that gain, we will name it by the word rebate. To rebate account. Okay. Then he is making a payment. His bank balance will comes down. It is to bank account. To bank account. So this is known as retirement of the bill. Retirement of the bill. Now we will come across a new area. Most of them don't know about that part. Second concept here is renewal of the bill. Second concept is based on renewal of the bill. Renewal of the bill means when the drawee is, they may tested this in your MCQs also for CMA. It means when a drawee is not in a position, to honor the bill, then he requests drawer to cancel the old bill, and to take some cash, from him. Him means drawee, and drawer fresh bill for the balance amount. Okay, along with, for that amount, along with, they need to pay interest. Along with interest on what amount? On balance amount. On balance amount for the new bill. And it will include the period also. Again, also 2 period, 3 months period they will give. So this entire above process, what we are doing is known as renewal of the bill. Renewal of the bill. Okay, renewal of the bill. Are you able to understand what is the difference between retirement of the bill and renewal of the bill? Understood? Everybody understood? Shall we go to the another interesting area? Accommodation bill. Yes. Our next topic for our discussion is accommodation bill. Accommodation bill will remain so simple. I will try to explain this part. Suppose when there will be 2 persons to accommodate each other's needs. I need some money and you are also needing some money. So to accommodate ourselves, we are drawn a bill on both the person's names. That is known as accommodation of bill. When a bill is drawn between two persons for accommodating each others. What obligation they will have? They may have financial needs or financial obligations, is known as accommodation bill. Is known as accommodation bill. Sometimes this accommodation bill can also be called as kite bill. This will also be called as kite bill. Okay. How the process it will work? Listen. First step, generally, it will work in such a way that your step 1 will be, you will draw a bill and you are waiting for an acceptance, and once you will get an acceptance in your first step. For that, you need to pass a entry. On your step 2, you will discount the bill. Always you will discount the bill. On the accommodation, you will only do discounting in step 2. And based on the agreed ratio, in step 3, drawer will remit some value to the drawee. Drawer will remit to drawee share of proceeds. What is an agreed share? They will remit by the drawer to drawee. Okay. Here the important points comes to the picture. Both share discounting charges in an agreed ratio. In an agreed ratio, discounting charges will also be shared. Then, your step number 4. Interesting step. Final steps to conclude. Step 4 is drawer is remits his share to drawee to honor the bill. Suppose let's say 10,000, he is discounting at 10%, he is getting 1,000 as a discount and he is getting 9,000. From this 9,000, drawer will remit aggregation equal. Let's assume it is equal. 4,500 along with 500 discount, drawee should bear. He will simply send 4,500 immediately on the discounting. He will send to the drawee on the due date. The remaining amount 4,500 will need to be sent to the drawee for what? To honor the bill. Okay, to honor the bill. So at that time, prepare drawee's account. Prepare most important area. Drawee's account in the books of drawer. The books of drawer. Why we are doing this step? To calculate amount payable. To calculate what? To calculate amount payable. Okay. Suppose in this case, drawer remits to honor the bill. What if drawer does not remit the value? What if? That can be also a probables, correct? If drawer does not remit his share or drawee does not have his share to honor the bill, both the situation, then again there will be a 2 option. One is draw a trade bill. What is a trade bill? For purchase and sales, we are making a bill called trade bill. To accommodate each other needs is known as accommodation bill. Draw a trade bill to settle the account. Or there may be also a probability that draw a fresh accommodation bill. Fresh accommodation bill to, here the important point comes, to honor the first bill. To honor the first bill, I am drawing the second bill. Again, fresh accommodation bill. Most of the cases, you will use this method. Most of the cases in your examination, you will use this method. Why this process is happening, why there can be a probability, I will try to explain it in this part. Okay, suppose why there is a drawer, why is going to ask for a drawee for that payment. Since why the step number 4 is majorly important, since, listen to this point, since on the due date, okay, since on the due date, bill is discounted, correct? To whom, with whom the bill is there? As of now, once discounting, the bill is with which person? The bill is with which person? Who is having the bill? Bill is with the bank. Okay, since on the due date, bill is with the bank, bank will ask the entire bill value, entire 10,000 they will ask. Not only 9,000, 9,000 plus 1,000 discounting charges, the total bill value only they will ask. The entire bill value from, they will not ask the drawer. They will go and ask only the drawee, because drawee only is ready to accept the bill. He is making a sign and is accepting, press, I am ready to pay the bill. So bill value from the drawee, and hence drawee will ask the drawer share, drawer share from the drawer itself, that 4,500 or plus 500, that is total 5,000 they will ask. Then drawee will pay the value, pay the amount to the bank. His share means drawee share plus drawer's share to honor the bill. To honor the bill. This is how your accommodation steps will work. Okay. Are you able to understand this accommodation bill? Bills of exchange question, there can be a probability to test a bills of exchange question. They will have three things. Either they can ask a question from consignment, either they can ask a question from bills of exchange, or either they can ask a question from joint venture. Out of which, I may think they will not test joint venture. Okay, they will test bills of exchange, because in the past old syllabus they have not tested this topic. For new syllabus, in the model question paper itself, they have given the question regarding the bills of exchange. Okay, that too they will test. If you want to test so much of tough topic, they will only test on accommodation. Okay, how you need to pass the journal entries? Your step number 1, pass as usual a simple journal entry. Pass of journal entries as usual. as per the flow of the question. Whatever given in the question, just pass the journal entries. Second step is an important in working note. Calculate, okay, amount payable or I need to receive the amount that you are going to prepare. Okay, that is you are going to prepare the opposite person. From whose books you are preparing, from that opposite person you are going to prepare an account. This is an entire discussion about the accommodation. Okay. Now we will do one interesting question on the which is includes of everything in the bills of exchange. I will read this question. Listen. First part is Suresh draws a bill for 15,000 on Anup on 15th April 2020 for 3 months, which is written by Anup to Suresh after accepting the same. From the point of view, he is a drawer. Anup will become drawee once he is accepted the bill. Yes, he is accepting. You will assume on the same date he is going to accept the bill. Suresh gets it discounted with the bank for 14,700. What is the total bill value? 15,000. Finally, he is getting 14,700. Okay. The left value is 300. This 300 will act as a discount charges. Bank on 18th April he is doing and remade 1/3 of the value amount to Anup. 1/3 value. Remit is going to be 1/3 value. We have taken the notes. On the due date, Suresh fails to remit the amount due to Pradeep. Anup. Okay. But instead of that, what he is doing? He is accepts a bill of 17,500, is making a fresh bill for a period of 3 months with Anup. He is discounting at 17,100 and remains 2,825 to Suresh. Before the maturity of the renewed bill, Suresh is not became insolvent and only 50% was realized from his estate on 31st October 2020. They are asking the journal entries for the above transaction in the books of Suresh. They are asking. In the books of Suresh, they are asking. So if they are asking to prepare in the Suresh books, we will also prepare it from the point of view of Suresh books. Okay. So write the format now. That is, write down. I will always black to write down in the books of Suresh. You will write journal entries. You will write a date column, particulars. LF column should be very small, very small. Then debit, rupee symbol, then credit, rupee symbol we will put. First journal entry, what you need to do? First he is making a payment. He is drawing a bill for 15,000. What is the journal entry you will pass? Bills receivable to debtors you will pass. In the same way, I will write down April 15. All the year is going to be 2020. So I will write April 15. That April 15 is first journal entry I will pass as what? Bills receivable account debit. To whom the bill has been drawn? Anup. Correct. To Anup account. What is the value of the bill? 15,000 is the value of the bill. 15,000 is the value of the bill. and you will write a narration that being acceptance received from Anup, for you will use the word mutual accommodation. Using the word mutual accommodation is important. Okay, accommodation. Once it has been done, first step is done. What he has done in the next step, on 18th April is discounting with the bank. Who is discounting? Suresh is discounting. So it involves Suresh. So you are going to pass a journal entry on April 18 by writing discount. If I am going to get a discount, my bills receivable will cancel off. Correct? I will write 2 bills receivable. 15,000, I will write it on credit side. Now, instead of the bill I am having, I am going to get a cash in my bank account. I will write bank account debit. What is the value I am going to get? Only 14,700 I am going to get. Remaining value 300, I am going to treat that as discount charges or discount account or discount charges account. You will write. Now, you will write simple narration being bills discounted with whom? With bank. Okay. Next. On April 18th, on the same day, and they use the word and. It means on the same day on 18th, he remits 1/3 of the amount to Anup. He is going to give the value to the Anup. Correct? So he has created the liability, correct, of 15,000. Now on those 15,000, he is going to remit 1/3 of the value. That is on same April 18, 1/3 of the value on 15,000. What is the 1/3 value? It is 5,000. That I am going to cancel off by writing the Anup account on the debit side. On the debit side, I will write the Anup account by writing 5,000. But actually, I am having how much? 14,700 in my hand. I need to pay how much? 5,000. That 5,000, it is assumed that on the remittance, discounted should also be remitted on same agreed ratio. So I will pass a journal entry from my bank account. I am having 14,700. On that, what is an agreed ratio of 1/3? 14,700 into 1/3 value. What is the value? 4,900. Will transfer it to whose account? Anup account. That is 4,900. Then discount should also be agreed on a same ratio. So discount charges 300 into 1/3. What is the value? 100 rupees. So debit credit will get equal. Now, in the next step, you will write a narration being 1/3 of proceeds of the bill sent to Anup or remit to Anup. Write anything. Okay. Once it has been done. Next step, what they have given, 18th we have done. On the due date, what is the due date? That's how we are going to find out. What is an actual bill value? April 15. What is an April 15? 15/4/2020. Correct? How many days they have said? 3 months. Add 3 months. 15/7/2020. Correct? But we are having 3 days of grace we are having. Okay, 3 extra days we will provide. What is the date? 18/7/2020. This is my due date. Are you able to understand this part? Able to understood? Next. What is my due date? July 18th will becomes my due date. On July 18th, what has done? That's a point. On the due date, Suresh fails to remit the amount due to Anup, but he accepts a bill of 17,500 of rupees 3 months. Now it is completely reversal. Who is accepting? Suresh fails, so he is accepting the bill, but he means he accepts the bill means now in the second point, Suresh will become drawee. Anup will becomes drawer. You are preparing, now your point of view will change. Now you are thinking Suresh till 4 journal entries, till 3 journal entries, he is thinking from a point of view of drawer. Now you should think it from the point of view of drawee. Okay, for drawee, it is bills payable. Correct? Even if it is bills payable, I am going to credit it. Correct? Because it is bills payable. Bills payable account debit. 17,500 I will put. On the debit side, to whom I am accepted? A. That is Anup. Anup account, I am going to debit it by 17,500. By 17,500 being acceptance given. Being acceptance given. In the next step, what they have said, with 3 months, again it is for 3 months. With Anup, discounts are 17,000. Anup only discounting. For this discounting, there is no entry in Suresh books. Because who is discounting? Anup. In Anup books, he is making a journal entry. 17,100. For how much he is taking? 4,400 they are taking. Okay. And remit 2825 to Suresh. And remits how much to Suresh? 2825 to Suresh. Before the maturity. Here he is remitting 1/3 of the value, correct? He is remitting 1/3 of the value. Okay. Now, here what we will do on the same July 18 is going to get some remitted value on an agreed ratio that Suresh is going to get some money. That money is equal to bank account, that is equal to 2825. They already given in the question. Here we will indirectly do discount account. Okay, we will indirectly do discount account. What is the difference between 17,500 minus 17,100 is equal to 400. Correct. On that 400, we will take a proportionate value into 3/4. That is, your proportionate value will be 300. Your proportionate value will be 300, and we will write to Anup account, because Anup account only we are getting our values. From Anup account we are writing, and it will be 3125. 3125. What we will write? Here we will use the word being proceeds of second bill received from Anup. Being the proceeds of second bill received from Anup. Okay. And after that, this is also going to do it on the same day. Okay. Next. And remits to Suresh. Indirect adjustment, this 400 you should only do. Okay. Before the maturity of the renewed bill, Suresh becomes insolvent. He is not able to repay the amount, which was realized on next date on 31st October. So here on the due date, before the maturity, he renews the bill, Suresh becomes insolvent. From July 18, calculate 3 months. July 18, calculate 3 months. How you will calculate? 18/7/2020. From 3 months, it is 10/2020. It is 18 plus 3 grace days. That is 21/10/2020 is become insolvent. So for that insolvent entry, don't pass direct entry. First pass the reversal entry of original entry. What is the original entry for bills payable we have passed? We have passed on the entry on the July 18, correct? This July 18 entry should get reversed. It should get reversed because he is not able to repay the debts again, correct? So we are going to do on October 21. Calculation of date is very, very important in this point. You will just reverse the entry, that is dishonoring of the bill. It's not going to repay. So we are passing a dishonor entry by passing a reversal entry. Bills receivable to Anup account, we will write 17,500, 17,500. Now, our interesting part comes to a picture. We will write a narration that being bills dishonored, you need to pass the entry. This is an hidden entry you need to pass. Hidden journal entry you need to pass. Being the bills dishonored due to what? Due to insolvency. Okay, once immediately done. What is the value is recovering from this estate on 31st October only is realized only 50%. On what value it is 50%, that is silent. For that purpose only, we are going to calculate on October 31. Okay, this is not forms part of your working note, that is not necessary, but we will do it some part. I will try to easily summarize you. Okay, I will write it here. We will prepare Anup account here. Okay, we will prepare Anup account here. Okay, in this Anup account, where there is 15,000, write simply put 15,000. Don't write some nothing. Just roughly we will do it in your examination. Where the next where there is Anup, 5,000 I have paid. This I will get a credit from them, and I have paid 5,000 to them. Then here you will get Anup is how much? 17,500. I need to pay to Anup because due to the which purpose? I am not going to repay the bill, and so I am going to have the second bill. Next, I am having Anup that 3125 value on the credit. So I will put 3125. Okay. Then I am having Anup account 17,500. That is dishonoring of the bill. Okay. 7,500 if you tally. Actually, if you want to tally, actual method I will tell you, and I will tell you the shortcut. We'll have total 35625 is the total value. Okay. From this, if you deduct 22,500, you will end up with 31,125 is a value. It's simply nothing but 1,500 gets cancelled. On this 5,000, 15,000, 5,000 is already been received. You are left with which part? 10,000 you need to receive. Then 3,125 you need to receive. That's what 13,000 will come. It is nothing but 10,000 from the old bill and 3,125 from the new bill, new discounting of the remits portion you need to pay. Okay, so it is on which side? Debit side. So for that Suresh, it is receivable. Okay, for that Suresh, it is receivable. Wait, Suresh becomes insolvent and was realized from his estate on 31st October. Wait. On this 31-2, this is on the debit side. Correct? It is on the debit side. So we will write to Anup account. Anup account debit. I need to go to them is 3125. Okay, how it is came? Rupees 10,000 from the old bill plus rupees 3,125 from the new remittance portion. 2, I will write to bank account. Okay, I will write to bank account. What is the amount I need to only recover? Only recover 50%. 3,125 into 50%. 13,125 into 50%. What is the value? 6,562.5. Then here it is deficiency. For other person, in Anup's books, it will become bad debts. Okay, from Anup point of view, it is a bad debt. From a point of view of Suresh, it is a deficiency. It is a gain for Suresh. That is, Suresh needs to pay to Anup. Finally, to conclude, Suresh needs to pay to Anup. So Anup account he is going to debit it by going to pay it. Okay, but what he actually ready to pay only is having an amount worth of 6,562.5. Remaining 6,562.5 is an one type of gain, deficiency gain for him. Okay, that is an unrealized gain which is enjoyed by Suresh due to insolvency. Okay, here we will write a journal entry. Being insolvent, only 50% amount to be paid to Anup. That's all with my journal entry. If you do all this part, okay, if you do all this part, you will have a very good 8 marks. Very good 8 marks. None of the working notes is required. This date calculation and all, this doesn't require in your examination. This and all I am writing for your understanding purpose. This diagram also I am doing for your purpose. This ledger also to make you to understand. Okay, most important entry is regarding this entry. What are the entries I have colored? That is an important entry you need to do. Okay, with this we have completed with the bills of exchange part. Okay, in our next video we will be starting with a new area, that is final accounts of the sole trader. We are going to see whatever we see under the NPO 13 to 14 adjustments. The same we will be trying to solve it under the final accounts also, and we have 2 to 3 problems also. Thank you. Have a nice day.